Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I am bringing you a review of the latest film from Todd Field, Tar, starring Cate Blanchett, Naomi Mellon, Nina Hoss, Julian Glover, and Mark Strong, just to name a few. And this surprisingly is Field's first film since Little Children back in 2006. And I saw that film, I absolutely loved it. So granted, I was excited to see what he did next, even though I didn't realize like all that time had passed since he got back into the director's chair for the first time. But this movie is about a composer named Lydia Tarr, very renowned, she studied under Bernstein, they say, and all this stuff. Very, very intellectual, very, very intelligent woman who's very, very much a master at her craft. And this film has been getting a lot of buzz, not only because of Todd Field's direction, but Cate Blanchett's performance. Some are even saying this could win her third Academy Award. So that was really the reason why I went to see this film. And I will say on that front, she certainly could win another Oscar and get it under her belt. Cate Blanchett absolutely commands every second she's on screen. Yet again, a super transformative performance from one of the most chameleonic actors in the industry, and absolutely one of the best of her career, no question about it. Just the way she moves through these situations, because this is the thing, Tar is really a character study, first and foremost. That's why you see this movie. It isn't necessarily about any other. I think the characters around her are certainly interesting, but it really is about like what moves that this woman will make, and just how manipulative she is, how narcissistic she is. Really, it's just so intriguing to watch, to see someone so self-absorbed yet so brilliant just spiral out of control. And I think that's what really makes this movie great. And the thing that's so brilliant, what Field does with this movie, is how he sets up the character of Lydia Tarr, starting off with her in this conversation between this interviewer, and she's like talking about her outlook on music and all sorts of things, and you can tell right off the bat how brilliant this woman is, and really sets you, especially being a creative, you like seeing that sort of intellect on that level. But then there's a scene where she's teaching a class at Juilliard, and she basically schools this one kid in gender politics, and it's amazing. Because he's like saying how he doesn't like Bach because he was like a cis white male, and she like absolutely decimates this kid. And you really can't blame her, because this kid is an idiot. Because I'm just watching this and I'm like, man, does this dude have no artistic integrity whatsoever? And she's schooling him through the whole scene, so much passive aggressiveness. And the most amazing part about it is it's done in one singular take. The way they move around the room, the way they push in the camera, like it's all so seamless. It just feels like you're right there in the room and this is happening in real time, which it is, because there are no cuts in the scene. And I think the filmmaking in that sense is absolutely brilliant. And I think if Field got a Best Director nomination, it would be for scenes like this, because the blocking is so impeccable and just so perfectly executed, you can't deny it. And there's so many scenes like that throughout the entire movie. Well, maybe not as good as that one, but you see time and time again just how fluid the filmmaking is throughout this entire narrative. And on that note, I have to mention Florian Hofmeister, who did do the cinematography. Just absolutely brilliant work from top to bottom. And as I mentioned with the cast, I mean, this is definitely a stacked cast. I think the standouts really, though, include Nina Hoss and Naomi Mellon. I think that they probably get the most screen time, and are probably the secondary to Cate Blanchett in this movie. But as I said, it's really Cate Blanchett's show. This is once again another career-defining performance. You can throw it up there with Carol. You can throw it up there with Blue Jasmine. You can throw it up there with The Aviator. So many, just incredible work from her, and so many scenes where you're just absolutely in awe. Like, just as I said, the way they set her up, it's so brilliant, because you see how her character evolves or devolves throughout this film, the way she interacts with people, just how everything is so calculated and so precise, and I just love the attention to detail throughout this film because it's very, very subtly told, and I love when movies do that. So it sounds like I'm really singing the praises of this film because, yes, it is a very good film. I think the only thing is the length. It's over 2.5 hours, and I think that there are a bunch of scenes that don't really go anywhere and don't really give insight into the characters and the situation around them. And so I wish they could have cut back on the time, definitely by the ending, but I'll tell you, the last few minutes of this movie are quite a gut punch and really send home the message of this film. And I really think that this is a very, very effective comeback for Field. I think it's going to get quite a few Oscar nominations, definitely for Cate Blanchett, maybe for director, maybe even for cinematography, and probably for Best Picture. So on that note, I'm going to give Tar an 8 out of 10, a very, very high one at that. This is a really good character study. We don't see as many like this as much in theaters, at least in the past few years. So please, if you have the time to sit down and dedicate 2.5 hours to this movie, I don't think you'll be disappointed, really, though I will say it's not the most accessible film. It certainly follows a very well, as I said, for the most part, a tight narrative that I think you'll be able to get behind and enjoy, because it really goes in a lot of surprising places by the end of it, and I couldn't be happier because of that. So yeah, guys, if you've seen Tar, though, drop down in the comments below what you think of it. I really love to hear what you think. I haven't talked to too many people who've seen this movie yet. It's been out for a couple weeks, but please go out and see it, as I said, if you have the time. And of course, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Going to be more movie reviews coming on here very soon. I have a very special announcement coming up that I would really, really love for you guys to be on the lookout for, and that's going to drop in like the next day or so. And of course, I will be reviewing very, very soon The Banshees of Inisherin. Oh my goodness, can't wait to talk about that film and see what you guys think. So yeah, guys, until then, I will see you in the next video. Take care.